Are you struggling to budget your money? Are you a millennial who is just coming into the workforce and doesn't really know what a budget is? Well, there are 6 things that you need to know to turn $902 a month into $334,000. Step 1. You need to ask yourself, how do you want to live? You need to match your reality with your expectations while also giving yourself goals to strive for. Do you want to eat out? Do you want to eat at your house but you want to travel the world? You have to take all these things into account and work towards that. Which brings me to step 2. Have realistic goals. You need realistic goals both short and long. You need something to work for that is far off. However, you need those little goals that are very obtainable that keep you pushing forward. The most important step, step 3, knowing your net income. You need to know exactly how much you make so everything else makes sense. Which brings me to step 4, make a plan. As I just said, you need to have that accurate roadmap, a planned out, well thought out plan on how to spend your money. That way you are more apt to stick with it. Step 5, track your spending. You need to track your spending to see where either you're good at, you have extra money left over, or maybe you're splurging and digging a little more into those wants instead of saving what you should be saving. And then step 6, you need to review your budget regularly. Keeping your income statements and tracking what you're spending on what in what category, that will help you adjust, correct your budget, and then continue to press forward. If you're like me, you could have bad spending habits. We live in a world today where convenience apps rule. Things such as Instacart, DoorDash, Uber Eats. You're paying so much for that convenience of someone just bringing you the food that you could just get yourself, or that you could just cook at your house. And not only that, education, piling up this student debt, and also we live in a world that's ruled by social media. We all have our favorite YouTubers, our favorite Twitch streamers, etc. that we follow, and we like to buy their merch. These aren't necessarily things we want. However, we do want to support our favorite streamers and our favorite YouTubers. However, if you're here and you're trying to budget, those may be some things you want to cut down on. So you may feel exhausted with all the hard work. You may feel like all your hard work is going unappreciated by your family, but no, as long as you stick to the budget and keep moving in that direction, taking those small steps, the one step forward, that you are one step closer to achieving your short-term and your long-term goals. So for those of you who may not know how to start, there are multiple methods out there. However, 2 of the methods that really stick out as the more prominent ones, the 50-30-20 method and the 70-20-10 method. The 50-30-20 method speaks to 50% of your paycheck going to your needs, your bills, your everyday expenses. 30% would go to your wants, things that you want to splurge on, things that aren't necessarily a necessity. And then 20% would go to your savings and your investments. With the 70-20-10 rule, 70% would go to your needs, everyday expenses, again 20% to your savings and investments, and then 10% to your debt payoff, more tailored to those of you that may be in some student debt, stuff like that. So note the commonality between these 2 methods. 20% dedicated and designated to your investments and savings. The Bureau of Labor Statistics second quarter 2022 notes that the average American salary per year is $54,132. This averages down to $45.11 a month. Taking 20% of this, you will have $902 a month, 20% of your monthly income. $902 times 12 over that 12-month span would equal $10,824 a year, dedicated to that 20%. Hypothetically speaking, if you were to stick to saving $902 a month, that 20% allocated over a 20-year span with the interest rate at an average of 4% over that time, it would compound into $216,000 interest, bringing you a net of $334,000. Now, I get it would be extremely difficult and it's very unrealistic and unreasonable to say you would consistently do 902 a month for 20 years straight. However, this really shows you how much of a impact compound interest can play on the amount of money you're saving. My point with this is showing you the impact compound interest can have on the money that you're saving. And so it's important, even if you don't stick to that 902 a month, as long as you're doing something, there are other factors playing in your favor. Tools to consider: compound interest calculators. They're a free tool online you can use to help calculate, like I just did, in a matter of minutes. To track your budget, try using Google Sheets, or you can use apps like Good Budget or Mint by Intuit. For tracking and reviewing, try investing in a filing cabinet just to put away your income statements and your routine reviews of your budget. So some quick tips: be flexible. Things happened, as I said, and as long as you are putting something away, you are moving in the right direction. So you want to remain flexible. However, you also want to treat yourself every once in a while, because that's kind of going to give you the incentive to keep pushing forward. But you want to, most importantly, make sure you map out every cent, as I said before, because this will give you that accurate roadmap on how to approach and tackle an obstacle such as budgeting, which is very long term and takes a lot of discipline. And I want to say it's not about knowing how to budget. It's not about asking somebody how to budget. The important thing is asking yourself why. Why do you want to budget? What are you working towards? What are your goals? What do you want to do in life? Once you have that defining reason within yourself, then it really won't matter if you are feeling unappreciated or hopeless, because inside you know you are working towards something greater. So in the next video, I'm going to take a deeper dive into the investing and savings, and more specifically stocks, short selling, buying to cover, and investing, and what exactly those mean. Stay tuned.